Well, it's another day, another video, I like to say. It was getting late last night. Mommy wanted me to stop for the night, and so I just left everything the way I had it last night. And I had to go back to the store. I went back to Lowe's again, and what did I get this time? You know, you just have to figure that once you get into your project, sometimes you have to go back to the store. This is the third trip I've gone, because each time, you know, I have a thought process and stuff, but I get going into my job. I always have an open mind, and I think of other things that I could do slightly different. Okay? And so I got a few more things here. Not a whole lot of things, but just enough to finish what I want to do. I've got a single gang box with the flange on the side, because down below, if I need one, and if I can't nail it in, if there's something in my way or something, I can just screw it on the front edge of a 2x6 down there, or 2x4 or whatever. Okay, so I don't know. One of these I'm going to use downstairs. So I thought, hey, I might as well get it. And I got one of those. I've got two of those little adapters this time. Remember, on my extension cord, it only was a 2-pronger, and I ended up getting two of these. Because they're only 88 cents. So I'm gonna end up using one of them. And you remember, my extension cord that I'm gonna use only has 2 prongs in it. And I'm gonna end up using that. And because when I saw this before, this is for the chair. See, here's a 2-prong, but this little console area is electrified, and look at that cord. That cord has a 3-prong, so I can't plug that into my extension cord. So I'm going to use this little deal, plug that into there, and then I've only got 2-prong, and I can plug that down in. And I thought I might as well get an extra one of those, just so I have it. I've got one small little extension cord with just 2 prongs to plug in, and I always have something with 3 prongs to plug into it, like my Sawzall or something like that. Usually that's a 3-prong. See this here? I've got this cord over here, and sometimes if I only need a 20-foot extension cord, oh look, no, I was wrong. That's a 2-pronger. I don't know. I sometimes have to plug something into that extension cord, or I plug another extension cord into it, and I can't really use it. So I'm gonna end up keeping this fairly close to where my other extension cord is. Okay, so I got that, and I ended up getting some more receptacles and some cover plates. Now see, I got a white cover plate for that, and I got a yellowish cover plate. This used to be the only color that they had years ago, and it was called Navajo white. They never did have white ones years ago, and so, you know, I thought this was my thinking here. When I get ready to install my receptacle down in the floor, you remember I was going to put the white in there. And put that in there. And I got to thinking later, hey, why don't I just put an ivory, a Navajo white one in there? See? Like that. Because my carpet's kind of that color, right? And so I'm going to end up doing that. So I didn't just go to the store just for that. I went for other things. So I thought I'm gonna end up doing that, and then I'll get my my little cord out, my power strip, and before I get ready to put that in, you know, I'm gonna have that set over there in such a fashion, and then I'm gonna have to figure out, you know, I think I'm gonna have it come in like that. I'm gonna figure out which way I want this plugged in. Do I want it plugged in that way, or do I want it plugged in that way? And so I can put that in either that way or that way, whichever way is best for me to fit that in. Okay, and I got a most of the cover plates are kind of hard plastic, and they could crack. You know, this one here is a vinyl one, or a nylon. They call it nylon, durable nylon. You can push on this and it won't crack. Okay, this happens to be a mid-size. They didn't have any standard sizes at the store. I don't know why that was. And it's, you know, it's a little bit bigger, and I might end up putting that in there like that, but first I'll probably try to put that. And if you will recall, when I had to take this couch section, the sectional part out, I had to lift it up and then slide it back. So when I put it back in, I'm going to have to slide it this way, and then I'm going to have to lift it up and pull it towards there and then push it down. And so you know what that means? That means all the weight is going to be on this plastic cover plate and the plug and receptacle. And you know, I think it's going to be fine. It's down nice and tight. I don't think it's going to crack this. But I got the vinyl one too, just in case it does crack or something. And then if we were to ever move, let's say, this one will blend into the floor better, won't it? Because as you know, that one's going to be covered up. Nobody's ever going to see that. Do I care? Do you care if it's brown, white, Navajo white, bright white, or a brown one, or a black one? No, you're never going to see it. But if we ever move, I'm always thinking about stuff like that. If we ever move, we take the furniture with us, we'll just have this plug, this receptacle out in the middle of the room, and it will be a nice Navajo white color rather than a white sticking out in the floor, you know, until somebody covers it up again with their couch or whatever. So that's why I got the Navajo white. Okay, what else did I end up getting? That was pretty much it. And I got an extra white electrical outlet, and this I probably didn't need that. I could have used this one here. And you know, if I have to take some back to the store, that's no biggie. And the reason why I got an extra one, I got an extra box. Remember before, if you were with me, I'm going to put a junction box down below that, and I was going to put a light switch in it, and I was going to put an electrical outlet in it, and then I was going to have a wire going from this wire. This is the power wire that's going to feed the downstairs, and that's going to go over and feed that electrical outlet over there. And I thought, you know, I'll put a light switch there to turn on lights. And I started thinking later, I thought, you know what, my crawl hole is way down there. If you will recall, I'm going to put a light underneath the floor over there, one over here, because there's a wall underneath the floor holding up the TGI floor joist all the way across there. Okay, there's a wall there, and then there's a crawl area through there into that space. So that's why I need to have a light over there. I'm going to have a light here, and then I'm going to put a light over here, about right in here underneath the floor. Okay, but my crawl area is way over there, and eventually I'll tie into some other electrical down over here, and then I'll end up putting a light over there, probably one over here too, underneath the floor, an electrical outlet over there. I don't want to tie it in. I don't want to tie it into this over here, because this is going to be on a separate circuit, and the lights and the plug underneath the floor here, I'll grab a circuit in here off of the back bedroom, or these two bedrooms, maybe one electrical circuit breakers just for that, and I'll tie into there. But see, as I'm coming down here, through the crawl hole, I can turn on a light switch underneath the floor over there, and that will get that light and this light. But then see, from this point all the way over to here, I'm going to be walking through the dark to get over here to turn a light switch on. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'm not going to put the light switch down there. I'm still going to have a junction box down there, but it's going to be a single gang junction box. It's going to be one of these boxes I'm going to put down there. Okay, one of these. And I'm going to run that down there. And so the power that goes underneath the floor is going to go down in that junction box. Then from there, there's going to be another wire coming out of that box going over to this electrical outlet in the floor. Then there's going to be another wire coming out of that box that's going to go over here, and I'm going to end up putting the light switch down underneath the floor down right there. So when I come in to here, I can just turn right here, hit the light switch here, and then that's going to light up these 3 lights over here. Does that make sense? Then I don't have to walk through the dark to get over here. And then, you know, if I'm working over here, then I have to turn that light switch off, walk through the dark over to here to a certain extent before I do this over here, you know, before I go out and then turn the other light switch off down over there. So that's why I'm going to end up running an extra wire from that junction box, boom, over to there, and I'm going to put a 2-gang box there. I'm going to have a light switch on it for the 3 lights, and I'm going to put an electrical outlet there, you know, and then I'll still put an electrical outlet down there. So yeah, that's why I needed the extra. Electrical outlet. Okay, at the store. So I've got it all figured out, and it just kind of came to me yesterday afternoon as I was cleaning up. Last night as I was cleaning up, I thought, hey, instead of putting a light switch there, why not put it over there? Yeah, I've got one extra long bit of wire to go over to there, and then from there I'll go up to the lights from the light switch. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. So I've got a little bit extra wire to run now, and I've got 250 feet of wire. Okay, so I got plenty of wire. And then I needed an extra light box, because remember the other day when I went to the store first, I thought I was only going to use two lights. That was before I realized there was another wall under there, and that area was going to be dark. Okay, so I was going to get another box like this at the store so I could just screw up underneath the TGIs, and they didn't have any more of these. So I thought, you know what, phooey on that. I'm not going to waste my time about it. I could have gotten a metal box about this size, you know. I could have done that, but what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to use one of these, and I probably won't be able to nail it to the side, or I might. And if I decide to nail it on the side of the TGI, I'll do that. If not, I can cut these. I can cut the little plastic ears off. I can cut this ear off here, this ear off here, drill 2 holes into the box, so it's just like this kind of box, and take this box and screw it right up to the bottom of the TGI, and then put the light down below. Okay, and so I've already got that covered, and that's what I'm going to end up doing. And because I've got this electrical outlet one on here, I'm going to put this one over here underneath the floor, because where that wall is, it's dark on that side, and then I can either plug an extension cord in there, that way I don't have to come all the way over to here and then run the extension cord from there all the way through here, through the crawl area here, back into this floor cavity. Okay, I can just run this this type of light, and these are very inexpensive at the store. And then I'll have the light bulb on there, and if I ever need to use an electrical extension cord there, or plug in anything like that, I can do it with that. So I'm going to end up using that. Well, that's all I have for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.